Now on CoastTV News.
Lines in, dreams up. The White Marlin Open begins today, and something new is changing this year's competition. One day away, Delaware's District 20 is on the brink of new leadership, and we'll tell you how many people took part in early voting.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Elisa Weber, and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. The largest billfish tournament in the world is back. The 52nd year of the White Marlin Open starts today, allowing boaters to set sail and reel in a fish that could win millions of dollars in cash prizes. Brendan Hanley is the owner of Pure Lure, the title sponsor of the event, and he says this tournament brings in waves of people and cash.
This is one of the biggest events, hosted in the world. It's the richest billfish tournament in the world. This tournament is the busiest week of the entire year for all of Ocean City. So not only that, but it's just the trickle-down effect for all businesses it's impactful.
There is a change to the competition this year. Usually boaters can choose 3 out of the 5 days to fish, but due to the incoming weather, Saturday and Sunday are now an option, allowing boaters to fish 3 out of the 7 available days. Anglers are gearing up right now to head onto the water as day 1 of that competition is underway. According to organizers, there are 228 boats expected to be fishing today. Michael Jordan's boat, the Catch 23, will participate again in this year's competition. And a big catch could lead to a big reward. An estimated $7.2 million could be given out this year. Over the 52 years the competition has existed, organizers confirm over $113 million has been awarded. Last year's biggest fish the White Marlin Open saw was a 7.5-pound catch by the waist knot out of North Carolina. Organizers say that White Marlin earned a jaw-dropping $3.7 million, making it the top catch of the 2024 tournament. And we are now taking a live look outside at Rehoboth Beach this morning. A very busy Rehoboth Beach, as we expect. It's looking like a beautiful Monday out there. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey is going to be joining us. Bob, I'm not shocked to see the beach crowded. I'm happy for those people who are out there.
Absolutely, Elisa, and the gorgeous weekend weather has spilled into the new work week. And this weather, I don't think we could have scripted it any better for the White Marlin Open today, as we're seeing basically wall-to-wall sunshine, and Ocean City, you're nice and clear. We had some high clouds earlier, but now that has moved offshore. As we widen out the view, the anglers going out quite a bit of ways in the Atlantic Ocean. I think they're looking at good conditions. However, waves around 2 to 4 feet. So really that's the only weather hazard. Otherwise, we do have high pressure in place right now, and that is keeping our weather really nice with a northeasterly flow. But another thing to look at is Tropical Storm Dexter. This is the 4th named system of the season offshore, and it's continuing to move to the northeast, but I think we will continue to see some wave action from that system the next couple of days. Temperatures out the door right now, 70s to around 80 in Seaford, 78 in Georgetown, Gumbaro 76, Bethany Beach 76, and the dew point temperature still real nice in the 50s and 60s with that comfortable air in place. It feels like temperatures not bad in the 70s and low 80s. We do have a northeasterly breeze, but despite that, an air quality alert. We have some Canadian wildfire smoke that is building in. So Ocean View to Lewis, Seaford, and Allendale. If you suffer from respiratory problems, you probably want to stay inside. As you can see, all of Delaware is under that air quality alert. And futurecast this afternoon, low 80s inland and 70s at the beaches with a northeast wind there. So temperatures a little bit below average, but still real nice by about 4 o'clock with temperatures in the low 80s and looking good this evening. And here is the forecast for the White Marlin Open this afternoon. Sunshine, upper 70s, a light northeasterly breeze, and really all week the weather stays pretty nice. Maybe a little fly in the ointment later in the week with some shower chances. I'll talk about that more coming up a little bit later in the newscast.
Thank you, Bob. Happening tonight, the Lewis Fire Department will vote to elect a new fire chief following the resignation and suspension of former Chief Bill Buckaloo. Officials say the election will take place at 7 p.m. with members nominating and voting for a permanent replacement. Robert Stevens is currently serving as acting chief. Buckaloo stepped down after making a derogatory comment the department says was unacceptable in any context. For full disclosure, Interim Chief Robert Stevens is the husband of CoastTV's Assistant News Director and anchor Madeline Overturf. The Delaware Department of Elections is releasing new numbers after the 10 days of early voting in the District 20 special election. Early voting is now ended and will not continue today. According to officials, about 29% of registered voters in the 20th district have already voted. That means over 6,600 people have gone to the polls. At Lewis Elementary location, just over 3,000 people voted. In Milton at Mariner Middle School, just over 2,900 people also voted. Election Day is August 5th, with many more polling places open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. On your screen right now is a map of the area we are talking about. That is Delaware House District 20. It covers Milton, parts of Lewis, Harbison, and Georgetown. It's home to approximately 23,000 registered voters. Two women are running for that seat. Republican Nikki Miller is a longtime educator and former Cape Henlopen High School principal. Democrat Alana Berry founded the Brian Allen Stevenson School of Excellence, a free public charter school in Georgetown. Berry also worked on policy and budget issues under former Delaware Governor John Carney. And here's how we got to the point of needing a special election after months of getting little information from Democratic leaders in the state over Stell Parker Selby's absence at Legislative Hall. She resigned from her District 20 seat in June, citing health issues. In 2024, she won the re-election for a second term, but failed to show up in Dover when the General Assembly convened in January. It is the start of a critical week in the nation's capital. President Trump's on-again, off-again tariff plan set to take effect beginning Thursday. The president has decided on a baseline 10% tariff for much of the world and much higher rates for several countries like Canada, Switzerland, Japan, and Brazil. Some economists warning the high tariffs could hit consumers, with the possibility of slowing the economy, leading to inflation and leaving American businesses to pay the tab. However, the president calls his tariff plan the key to building a strong U.S. economy.
The president will decide what the president decides, but the president likes those deals.
Businesses are having to take a cut to their margins and eat some of this right now, simply because consumers are really just not standing for it.
And these taxes on dozens of international trading partners are set to take effect Thursday. New this morning, a statewide effort is underway to bring healthier food options to underserved communities. The Delaware Grocery Initiative is now handing out its first round of funding. According to officials, the Sussex County Kitchen Incubator at Delaware Tech will be one of the first to receive funds. A check presentation took place this morning at 10 a.m., and officials say the initiative stems from Senate Bill 254 and aims to eliminate food deserts by helping community groups open or expand access to fresh, affordable food. Coming up after the break, from Bay to Plate, Oyster Week celebrates a local harvest and healthy waters. Delaware's coast is celebrating oysters and the environment all week. The second annual Inland Bay's Oyster Week is taking place now through August 7th, with the spotlight on locally grown Inland Bay oysters. According to organizers, the event also seeks to raise awareness for sustainable aquaculture and the environmental benefits of oyster farming, including cleaner water and healthier bay ecosystems. And there are events happening all week in celebration of Oyster Week. There are two scheduled for today. Organizers say at 3:30 people can climb aboard a vine and brine cruise. People will learn to pair oysters with wine as they sail down the Lewis-Rehoboth Canal. And at 4 p.m. at the Big Chill Beach Club, people can learn about aquaculture practices from an actual grower.
We have a beautiful Monday underway. Look at the blue skies in Cambridge. A few wispy clouds on the FH Fur Cam, but it's cooler than average today, into the low 80s. We have the sunshine, and it's a pleasant start to the week. We do have an air quality alert for wildfire smoke. I'll talk about that. More on that, plus the forecast for the White Marlin Open coming up. Congratulations to Margie Cervantes from Lewis on winning a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV. I'll have your full forecast coming up after the break. I don't think we could have asked for any better weather than what we're starting with today. Gorgeous conditions. Of course, it was a nice weekend, blue skies, low humidity, and it continues today. Tunnel and Razor Cam, we've got some sailboats out there on Delaware Bay. 77 degrees. Dew point still in the okay range, and we'll be topping out in the lower 80s this afternoon along the coast. And of course, it's the 52nd White Marlin Open today, and good-looking weather. We've got upper 70s today and tomorrow. I think a few more clouds midweek to late week and there's an outside chance of a shower. Aside from that, light winds really the rest of the week, but we will see some swells out there from offshore Tropical Storm Dexter. More on that coming up, but here's our storyline this week, or at least early week. Sunshine, beautiful, pleasant, comfortable conditions, and we do have an air quality alert. More on that coming up, and then late week, a chance of a few showers. I don't think we're looking at a washout as the humidity returns with more clouds and that scattered shower possible. Right now, beautiful temperatures out there. 76 in Ocean City, and Bethany beats 77 in Gumboro, 78 in Georgetown, 81 in Seaford. Dew point temperatures in the 50s and 60s. That's telling us that the moisture in the atmosphere is still in the acceptable range. It's still comfortable and feeling like 70s and low 80s right now. We do have a northeasterly wind, a little stronger at the beaches now, and even with that wind, we still have an air quality alert for Sussex County until midnight, including Seaford, Georgetown, Millsboro, back into the Ocean View area. This is because of Canadian wildfire smoke. You can see the rest of the states under this air quality alert as the southern parts of Jersey, as we are in this unhealthy for some range with the air quality, and I think this will continue as we go through tonight and into tomorrow as well. As we have that smoke in the upper layers of the atmosphere, you can see we go from yellow to orange as we go through tonight and into your Tuesday. I think things will start to improve as we go into Tuesday afternoon. That air quality will be improving at that time. But right now, it's lots of clear skies and really nice conditions for the folks with the White Marlin Open with the clear conditions, as high pressure is just off to our north with clear skies, and that's carving out a nice area of clear skies across the northeast. Some clouds, some showers across the deep south. Here's Tropical Storm Dexter well out to sea, and it continues to move to the north and east. That's not going to affect us. And another trouble spot could be the southeast along a stationary front. We could see some tropical situations there. Right now, it's a yellow area. Really not expecting much in the next several days. Maybe a 30% chance of development as we go into the next 7 days. But closer to home, looking good this afternoon. Low 80s inland areas, 70s at the beaches with a northeast breeze. And as we go through the evening hours, we're looking at a few more clouds, so maybe just a tad warmer Tuesday morning. Otherwise, 60s to start the day with a mix of sun and clouds on your Tuesday, and similar to today temperature-wise with low 80s in the afternoon, maybe a little bit more in the way of cloud cover as our flow is coming in out of the northeast and east. Not especially strong winds the next couple of days, but those winds will be with us, and we're going to be seeing the comfortable air the next couple of days in the comfortable range on the muggy meter, and then the humidity will start to climb with time. As we get into this easterly flow at the end of the week, I think we'll see some moisture around. Just exactly where, hard to tell, but we definitely have a chance of some showers as we go into the end of the week, but not looking like a washout. 84 in Harrington and Milford today, a great looking day. Easton 84 for you, Cambridge 84, with Princess Anne 83, and Ocean City 79. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Those high temperatures coming down a little bit through midweek with low 80s, and then 79 on Thursday. Friday 80 degrees, and right now the weekend looking good. Mix of sun and clouds. 82 Saturday, 85 on Sunday.
Thank you, Bob. And coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night at 7:30. It's USSSA softball. Then you can catch the final score at 10:30. Coast TV will be right back. The blessing of the Combines returned to Snow Hill this weekend. The historic agricultural event celebrates and honors farmers in downtown Snow Hill. It features ceremonies, activities, food, music, and of course the parade of Combines. Snow Hill Mayor Janet Simpson spoke at the welcoming, and this year's blessing was led by the Snow Hill Ministerial Association. There were plenty of people out there, including some attending for the first time.
Very excited. There's a lot going on today. Really looking forward to the parade that's coming up. There's a bunch of makers and crafts that we've been walking around looking at. We like to check out all the farms down here. I actually taught down here for a little bit, so that was part of our curriculum that we taught. So just like to learn a little bit more about it, and all of the stands and stuff kind of help you do that.
And this year's event was the 25th Blessing of the Combines. As the summer season continues, the City of Lewis is working to keep roads and the public spaces in good shape. City maintenance will be performing curb painting, road striping, and general upkeep across Lewis, including streets, alleys, and public parking areas. The city says work will be done on Wednesdays through Fridays from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. as long as weather cooperates. Officials say the early schedule not only minimizes traffic interruptions, but also helps protect workers from the heat. Coming up, welcoming cool creatures, the details about the newest member of the Salisbury Zoo. The Salisbury Zoo is welcoming a new member, Timmy the black-tuft marmoset. You can see him on your screen right here. According to the zoo, he formed an unlikely friendship with Bianca, a cotton-top tamarin. The two shared snacks, space, and a lot of playtime, even though they're different species. Happening this week, the Bridgeville Police Department will host its back-to-school bash. The department says the free event will include inflatables, a water slide, ice cream, and more. It will give every student who attends a free backpack. This will take place Thursday, August 7th from 2 to 6 p.m. at the police station.
A live look into Laurel now, seeing the hazy sunshine, some of that wildfire smoke causing air quality issues with 80s into the afternoon. It's a nice weather pattern. It will continue really the rest of the week, still dealing with the air quality issues, and we'll have much more in your weekend forecast coming up too. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Brockstead Mandalis Federico. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break. Beautiful conditions for the rest of your Monday afternoon. Make sure you have the sunscreen and stay hydrated with water. And onshore flow keeps us a little cooler with low 80s this afternoon and humidity levels that are tolerable. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We're looking at 83 on Tuesday, a little cooler on Wednesday. Cooler yet on Thursday, 79 more clouds into the end of the week, maybe a few showers possible. As of now, the weekend looking good with 82 Saturday, 85 Sunday, then warm and muggy next week with showers and storms beginning Monday and up to 90 by the middle of next week.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Midday. And for more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Don't forget to join us for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Have a great day.